Hey, hey, Dan, can you hear me? Yo, 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 what's up? How's it going? Yeah, cool. Do I wait for Smiley or?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Jason Smiley here, coming from lovely Ballarat, Victoria. We have the national titles up in Rockhampton going for you at the moment. Some Oz Cup action between Victoria and WA. I think we're in an intermission at the moment with Richard Dempsey just potting a winning black. So I think the score is obviously 7-3. And the rest of the match just about to play for. So shouldn't be too much longer, and then the boys will be back on. Bronte Duncan coming up to rack the balls up for another frame. I'll just get up my my pool stat guidebook here just to see how these two teams are doing. I think the Victorian team's doing quite well in the Oz Cup. And I'm not quite sure yet about the WA, but I'll just get that up. John Harris and Gavin Smith preparing for their battle on the right-hand side table. John Smith looking to break for to get back in the match, and I do believe that is a foul break, even though we got 2 balls that went down. So in this rule set, you have to have at least 3 points. So you have to either pot balls or get it past the middle point of the centre pockets, and I do believe that was a foul break. So Brent will rack the balls up again and have a crack. Decent enough break from John Harris. He's got a bit of a hammer on him. A couple of balls went down. The Reds are looking quite good for linkages here. There's obviously just the ball near the black that could be a bit of an issue, but the Reds still link pretty nicely, and they're all in the same working area, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue to at least get some control happening in this frame. And a nice little stun shot to get on the next ball. So it is really important here that he does get back into his working area of the left-hand side of the table. He needs to do something about that black and red now, because if not, it's going to get more and more harsh to try and get into those balls to guarantee being on another ball. So he'd want to do it off this ball, but I don't think he's quite coming far enough. So he'll have to pick the gap and try and pick the angle to try and hold off the red in the centre of the table. Doesn't want to hit it too hard after this second shot after what we're looking at now. He's just coming and having a look at the line. Just a little run through now into pretty much the blue spot. It hasn't come far enough. It's a bit thin. Just hasn't come far enough. He would have wanted to roll it maybe a ball and a half width further to be able to get onto this ball. Oh, not far off. He really needed to clip that ball. That was very, very important. Good attempt, but I'm afraid unless he pulls a massive double and gets a bit of a good cannon here, it's kind of he has to find a bit of a safer place on the table, which it's obviously very hard with the 2 balls on the table compared to 6. But I've been rather impressed with John's mapping this frame. You know, he could potentially be up at a state level with WA at the moment. I don't know why he's in the Oz Cup, but he seems to be in good thoughts. He's just gone a little bit wrong. That's a great white ball. I think he's played that, you know. I don't think he's just gone for the cut. I think he's actually really played to go pretty thin and get down here. It's a good shot. But he will most likely be in a little bit of a world of hurt on this right-hand side. If Gavin can get his ball in the right position. I like where the cue ball's gone with that, but the only reason I don't particularly like that ball is because that ball was already in the open and it was there for an out. And by flicking it like that, he's put the ball, the yellow and the black, in an awkward position if it doesn't particularly go perfect. What's Bronte played over there? That was almost fantastic. It's a good shot. He's clipped it. That's about as good as you could get. Maybe on the bottom cushion you'd like to get a little bit further on, but it's very hard to judge on these brand new cloths. It's a slide, and where you're going to hit it, you know, it's very easy just to hit it thin and put him right back into his work. So good effort. It at least keeps himself in that frame. Wow, Bronte's pulling out all of the shots, let's say. Coming off the cushion to play a triple. Don't know about that one. He's got a big shot here, but if he pots it, he's on the black, so hasn't quite potted it. But he's played it in such a way as to keep it on over the pocket, not on a cushion or anything like that, because it's so easy to overdo it, hit it thin or thick, and put it in a bad spot. So Brent has got a bit of coverage up here if he wants it. That's what he chooses to do. I think the one rail or maybe two rail escape off the left hand side cushion is on here. I do not like this because it's so hard to judge the actual angle, and I think all he's going to do is, yeah, that's almost, dare I say it, if we were playing with world referees, I think that would almost be a loss of frame shot, only because the one cushion escape was far easier. A better line, everything, and you knew you weren't going into the other balls. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Ball in hand. Need John Harris to get out of our way. We can't see what's happened. I think he's been a tad unlucky there. Another good shot from Brent over on this left-hand side table. I know that we're sort of flicking back and forth. But while there's just a few shots being, you know, back and forth between both of the tables, I think it's not too bad to be able to do that. And Gavin's got a really good chance here. As long as that yellow near the black goes past it, I think he's in a really, really good spot. So it's a good shot. He's going to get pretty well perfect. Maybe could have done with maybe another roll of the cue ball. But yeah, he's eyeing up this middle ball, I think. Matt. Cued it well. Cued it well. Now, where does he play this ball, ladies and gentlemen? Does he play it, get back up near the blue spot, off two rails, off one rail with side, or does he just soft stun it in and play with it to one of the centres? Depends on how he's feeling. I think a good option for this is actually to come off two, because then you know you have options. Play off two with a bit of side, then you've always got options. But he just plays as simple as it, and that's essentially why I said that, because if you play off two, get into the middle of the table, you've got essentially the same shot back around the left-hand side for the black into the right corner pocket. But now he's got to play a nice shot. And just brings in the miss a little bit. It's unfortunate there, but I just potentially think he played the wrong way. Obviously the right ball, but just the wrong way. So John with another chance, albeit tough one. Got thin cut, and then he's just sort of got to hope to get a good shot, or as we're having a look, he can play the safety and put it around the top right hand corner. Oh, that is a fantastic cut. Oh, and a good piece of luck too. But that is a fantastic cut from that position. Very nicely played. Obviously, he does get the good rub, but if we play a good shot, we want to get those good rubs. And he finishes off the frame very nicely. So Gavin Smith on the board in the last round. Putting Victoria... That was actually the winning frame, believe it or not. Best of 15. Race to 8. And that puts Victoria in a really nice spot. So now they can just play for frames, for frame percentage difference. And Trent will be coming to the table with just that in mind. I don't know why he has Mark Owens' shirt on, but that's amazing. No, we have Trent Ronnie Mason coming up. He's been pretty consistent over the last few years. He can have some very big flashes of brilliance. He's got a big break on him, and he'll be looking to take the game forward. No doubt about that, and it's a good start. A few clusters. And not the ideal starter for the yellows, obviously. But if he wants to take reds on, he has a couple of chances to get these balls out of the way. So that's a good opener. Doesn't have a bad shot with the red on the left off of the yellow, just to sort of kill it a little bit and still get the pot. So it's all about if these two reds on the right hand side pass. I think this top one may pass with how he's played it, and if he does, he'll try and get on it probably after this shot. Nice shot. I still think off of this ball he probably needs to do something with the black, because I don't think it goes. I think he needed to take a little bit more time with that and try and create something just a little bit. It's probably nicer for him, because now it's in a little bit of a world of hurt. And if I'm Scott here, I'm probably trying to put a yellow up over this red and potentially produce a stalemate later down the line. Dropped the shoulder, but he played a good shot. And Brent Steer, I should say. Brent Steer with another chance. And I don't know where that ball's gone, but he's still in a good spot. He still has 3 yellows in a good position, and he can sort of do what he wants with Bronte here, because his ball is not pretty, I should say. It's in a pretty awkward spot. He's played yet another safety, but I don't think he's got it this time. So it gives Bronte a little bit of a sniff. A And I think if I'm Scott, I'm still probably wanting to put a yellow up here. Because it's only really in a good spot for Trent. Especially if he starts clearing some of these yellows. Like, you need to get a really nice angle off it, and you need to do it after this ball probably. To be able to go into it. I tell you what, it's probably, I think the angle's there to go into the yellow. Just a bit of a stun shot. Not too much. You don't want to go into it from the left-hand side. You want to hit it from the right-hand side. Yeah, so he's got slightly too much there, and that's why he's stunned into the left-hand pocket, left-hand cushion. And I don't think this is potable. So he's got to leave it a bit to luck. And oh wow, that hasn't dropped. I think if I was Scott there, I probably would have just played the turn over to leave the white Chinese. I think it's probably a bit more of a high percentage shot and a high percentage leave. And Trent's played a good shot there to bring the ball out. I think he might have overscrewed it just a tiny bit, but if he holds his nerve a little bit and just gets through this ball nicely, should be fine. I think he still has enough angle just to be able to stun run through, punch this up off the top cushion as we look. He's gone with the more aggressive option and nearly paid the price, but this is still okay. Just a little soft screw off the side rail and get the ball safe. No, he says I'm going to roll it in because it's not in off, so that's fine. So Trent Mason just adding another frame to the tally count of Victoria. The Oz Cup side that could go all the way. Not a bad shot there from Brent. That was a little bit tricky because I think it had a little bit more angle than it looked like. So he's done well there to hold it up and leave himself for the black to the centre to bring one more frame back. Wayne comes to the table with a few balls that are in precarious positions in there, and needs a bit of a cannon and some nudging to be able to get onto this frame. He's got into him pretty nicely. He's got the black free. It's actually not worked out too bad, to be honest. He's still got a ball to the centre, which he's going back towards his work anyway, so it's actually not bad. That was very risky. And some of you may know Richard Dempsey here, who's coming to the table on the left-hand side for Victoria as Sean and Kieran's old man. But I tell you what, Richard himself plays a very mean game of pool. So definitely wouldn't be sleeping on this old fella. Not old, but he plays a good game. Cues a good ball. And he has a couple of really, really good sons that can play the game for sure. Good pool playing family. It's good to see. Good to see some families keeping it in the pool community. We have got some famous families in pool of maybe of yesteryear now, but some top families. Obviously the Robertsons with Australian champions and Neil being a world champion. You've got Mick and James Delahunty and Renata Delahunty. You've got the DiGiorgios. Just there's some really stellar families in pool, and I tell you what, the Dempseys in a few years, they're going to add to that legacy, because they have got some very talented people in their family, which is really good thing to see. Sean and Kieran are currently on top of the ladder in the under-23s category, and Sean's also playing for the Victorian state team for his third year, I think, in a row. And they're currently sitting number one. Kieran's actually leading the stats, I do believe, potentially behind Josh Hands in the singles stats. So it's very hotly contested category, that one. Really nice shot there from Wayne. I do believe this yellow goes, and he's held it very nicely. That had a lot more angle than it looked. Just a soft screw here. You don't want to do too much. Don't want to have too much pace in it, and just pop the ball. Ooh, I really like the soft screw there. Then you could get through the ball a little bit better, keep the line nicer. But he hasn't missed it by much, let me tell you. And Paul has got an easy turnover shot here, but which he probably can play and try and get the snooker. I think it's the most obvious shot. So if you don't play the turnover now and you don't get the snooker perfectly, Wayne is just going to pot that yellow and get on the black without a doubt. I like that shot too. That is a ripping shot. That is a ripping shot. It's very dangerous, but no, that is a fantastic shot. I think he's taken away the line to get on the black with the two reds in the centre of the table. Fantastic effort, that one. Opens up his balls enough. But he just has to trust that Wayne doesn't hit this black and pot it. Oh, just missed. Was not far away. But unfortunately for Wayne, he did all that good work. Now he has to sit in his seat and potentially watch Paul Hinks pot out from here. They're not bad. You just need to clear a couple of bits of traffic. I personally probably would play the ball on the right hand side now, because you've got ball in hand, you know you're going to get perfect on it, and then you know that you've got the balls over the pocket as a backup. But this can still work, for sure. That's just maybe a little bit nitpicky. It's a good shot. He's held the pocket. He needed to do that there. But now he's getting rid of his insurance. So this is why I said, if you deal with the ball on the right hand side and you deal with the traffic, then it makes it so much easier. I do believe that's probably what he should have done, but if he can get back in a good spot here, he should be fine. It's a good shot. He's held it off the jaw. Just a little soft screw ball. Screw off this ball in the middle to make sure he has a good line to get back up the table to around about the centre pocket, in line with that. He's got the other angle, but he can still play it. I think he's straight enough. He may just have to play a bit of a stun shot with a bit of right hand side, bring it back around. But there's work to be done in this now. If you take the right ball early on, I don't think there's as much work as there is. But this is where we're at. He's just going to play the snooker. Wow. It's a good shot in the end, I do believe. If you're not confident with specifically getting on the ball exactly how you want, that is a good backup plan for sure. And again, he's got that ball in the centre of the table that, or in the centre of his path, I should say, that stops him from getting onto the black. So he's going to have to play a heap aside here to try and straighten it up. And that's if he goes off the left-hand side table. He's hit the black. So Paul probably has to play another safety here now, I'd imagine. I don't think any of these balls really go, and I think they're too hard to double and then get on the ball. And the black's a little bit tricky. I think there's a bit of a gap up the top side. But this is tough now. Always going away from his work. He wants it to go back down the table, but I don't think that was the right option. I think the safety in the end was actually the right option. And he's proven that he knows where to put the balls when he needs to. Potentially just a lapse of judgment, playing the right shots at the wrong times. Good recovery. He needs to judge this just after the middle pocket, or just before if it's very thin, to get back across the table twice. It's still doable, it's not too bad. It's pretty natural too. He's really got into that. I don't think he needed to get into it that far, because then you could come back across. Very unfortunate there. And we've just seen a huge fluke from Richard Dempsey. He puts his hand up. He's not particularly happy about that one, but them's the breaks. Wow, that was a fantastic black there from Paul. That was very tough. Very tough. So a bit of an error in positional play, but he makes up with it with a huge pot on the black. So I do believe it's 9-5 at the moment. So this is the last frame, last 3 balls of this match. And if this is not cuttable, he's played a pretty decent shot. But I do think it is cuttable. And the in-off doesn't look to be there. Wow, he's hit it so thin it's come off the other jaw. That's a little bit unlucky. And Steve's just held himself in the frame to try and get at least one more frame back. They'll still lose the match, but every frame counts in this format. So Steve Mountford 2 balls away with the black over the hole to get it back to 9-6. Can he do it? It's an interesting way, but he's got to pretty much where he wanted to. One good queuing shot, and he's fine. So what you're seeing him do there is he's just coming around to look at the specific line on the red that he wants to hit. And he's played it pretty good with the black over the hole, so this is a free win now. So Victoria winners over WA in the Oz Cup division 9-6. Not a bad match from some of the guys, and they'll be happy that they could claw a few frames back, because it all counts towards the end of the tournament. The next session will be on very soon, guys. Stay tuned at the Australian 8-ball national titles. Goodbye.